Hi everyone, in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make this ultra gooey, fudgy, melt in your mouth chocolate fudge cake. This is kind of like a quicker version of my Matilda chocolate cake, but even fudgier because this chocolate cake is super moist and it's also soaked in a delicious and rich chocolate sauce made with dark chocolate, and then it's topped with the most decadent dark chocolate ganache frosting. It's so simple to make. It's the perfect snack size cake, so you don't need to worry about layering cakes. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing that you're going to do is combine your dry ingredients. In a large bowl, you're going to go ahead and combine together some all-purpose flour, unsweetened cocoa powder, granulated sugar, baking powder, baking soda, and some salt. Use a whisk to give that a good mix. We're going to only be using a bowl and a whisk for this chocolate cake recipe. It's so simple. You do not even need an electric mixer or anything like that. Once it's fully incorporated, we're going to add in the wet ingredients. This includes some buttermilk that's at room temperature, some vegetable oil, an egg, and some vanilla extract. Use a whisk to give everything a good mix until you have a thick batter. It's very important to use a good quality cocoa powder for this recipe. I highly recommend using Dutch processed cocoa powder for the most chocolatey chocolate cake ever. Next, we're going to add in some hot coffee. I'm using instant coffee today, but you can also brew your own coffee. Give that a good mix until you have a very runny batter. The batter is going to be runny, and this is completely normal. What coffee is going to do is enhance the flavor of chocolate, making it even more rich and just bringing it out. The batter is ready to go. I have here a 6-inch square pan that I greased and lined with some parchment paper. I lined that really well so that I can easily flip out the cake. Give that a few taps on the counter to remove any air bubbles, and then bake this in an oven preheated to 180 degrees Celsius for around 30 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. While the cake bakes, let's make the chocolate sauce. In a small saucepan, go ahead and combine together some milk. I'm using whole milk today, but you can use skimmed milk as well. Into that, I'm going to add some heavy cream. Heavy cream from 18 to 35% fat will work for this recipe. Into that, I'm going to add some granulated sugar along with some unsweetened cocoa powder. Use a whisk to give that a good mix, and then we're going to place this on medium flame and bring it to a simmer for around 1 to 2 minutes. Remove it from the heat, and then what I'm going to do is immediately add in 40 grams of dark chocolate or semi-sweet chocolate. Give that a good whisk until the chocolate is fully melted. The written recipe with tips and tricks, step-by-step instructions, as well as a printable recipe is available on my website, thefoodflamingo.com, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. While you watch this video, do leave a comment down below where you're watching from. I would love to know. I'm going to transfer this to a tall glass and set this aside for the time being. Now let's make the dark chocolate ganache frosting because this will need to chill in the refrigerator as well. In a medium-sized heat-proof bowl, I added some chopped dark chocolate, and onto that I'm going to add some boiling hot heavy cream that I just heated on the stove, but you can also use a microwave to do this. Cover that for around 1 to 2 minutes, and then after that, we're going to give this a good mix until the chocolate and cream is nice and melted and incorporated. If you still see some lumps of chocolate, you can place this on a double boiler, or you can put it into the microwave for around 10 seconds just until everything is nice and melted. Be very careful not to burn your chocolate though, because it does burn very easily. This is going to be our dark chocolate ganache frosting. You're probably thinking it's way too liquidy. Don't worry, we're going to pop this into the refrigerator for around 20 minutes and it's going to firm up into the perfect consistency. The cake is out of the oven and I'm going to let that cool down for around 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, use a skewer or toothpick to poke a lot of holes all over the cake like this. We're doing this so that when we add the chocolate sauce, it's going to seep through into all of the parts of the cake. Go ahead and pour all the chocolate sauce you just made on top of the cake. You could save a little bit to serve later on if that's what you prefer. I did take a moment to reflect on the little splash that I made and then got right back to adding all of that sauce. This chocolate sauce tastes so good. Honestly, I was stopping myself from just drinking it as is. We're going to pop that into the refrigerator for around 15 minutes to allow all of that sauce to soak into the cake. Here is what the frosting looks like after 15 minutes in the refrigerator. It has the perfect spreadable consistency. Now this might take a little bit longer depending on the temperature, so do make sure to check on it after like 15-20 minutes. Now all we have to do is assemble the cake because everything is ready to go. I'm flipping my cake out, but you can definitely serve this in the pan as is. Just remember to remove the piece of parchment paper if you're going to be doing that. Add all of the frosting on top and then use an offset spatula or the back of a spoon to spread that out nicely over the cake. I'm going to give this a rough look because it looks so nice and rustic, but you can make it nice and smooth if you'd like. If you love chocolate recipes like this, then you have to try out my most viral recipe, which is the Matilda chocolate cake. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. Some of my other favorites have to be Black Forest cake and my chocolate tiramisu cake. I will leave a link to those in the description box below. I will also leave a link to join my newsletter where you can get all of my latest recipes sent straight to your inbox in the description box below. And that's it. Your chocolate fudge cake is ready to go. All you have to do now is slice and dig right in. As you can see, it's so moist and ridiculously fudgy because the knife just glides right through it. This cake is honestly a chocolate lover's dream come true. I made this again like last night because while editing this video, I was craving it so badly. And I think I'm craving it again and there are no leftovers in the refrigerator right now. Look at that. It's fudgy, decadent, and just melts in your mouth. If you prefer it to be a little bit less moist, you can also just put half of the chocolate sauce instead of all of it. It's completely up to you. This is kind of like a fudgy chocolate tres leches, if that makes any sense, but it is so, so delicious. You have to give this one a try. Like this video if you've liked it, comment down below if you tried this recipe or if there's anything else you'd like me to make, and as always, thank you so much for watching.